Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, I said, Weezy, I'm on top of the world. I looked at him like, bro, you ain't on top of the world, bro. I was like, man, look, did you get you some food at least, bro? He was like, I just been partying, man. I just been partying. I said, man, you gonna party your way out that car. Watch what I tell you, bro. You gonna party your way out that car. He was like, man, anybody try to take it from me, I'm gonna rumble. Man, I'm gonna rumble for mine. I was like, bro, you can't fight your whole life, bro. You can't do it, man. He was like, man, all right. Man, but look, though, what's up, though? What you need, Weezy? I was like, man, I just came to check on you, bro. I was like, I'm gonna holler at you, bro. I said, I see you back in the Beehive game, so I'm gonna do. He was like, man, go ahead with that, y'all. He just came doing cop by match one. I'm like, yeah, I bet you did. So I had dip. I mean, I got away from bro, man. Like, you know, like I kind of like went and watched him from afar, back over by my cell, and like, you know, I played it off like I wasn't watching him. Like, you know, the TV is right there, so I'm looking at the TV out my right parental. How you say the word? I can't say the word, but out my right jank. You know what I mean? I'm watching him, like, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like watching to see what he doing. And the whole time I was looking at him, I never seen nobody come up there and spend $1. And I know that sounds stupid, but I never seen not even a butt naked suit being took to the man's cell, y'all. So boom. So I'm like, man. So I go tell my homeboy, I'm like, yo, hey, look, man, I'm thinking bro tricking that money up, man. I was like, because I ain't seen him make no money. He told me he only had $150 left. I plugged him with the dude. I said, we bagged about $500-600 when we was in his cell. I said, man, that's crazy. He was like, my homeboy was like, yeah, one thing about it, just let him go through what he gotta go through, because everybody ain't no hustler, Weezy. Everybody can't hustle like you. Everybody can't hustle like me. And my homeboy was the store box. You know what I mean? He was like, everybody can't hustle like me. Like, I don't even be mad. It's some dudes just meant to put on to play chess all day. He said some dudes is just here to play dominoes all day. And some dudes is meant to get money. And that's just what it is, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what lane he fall under though, man. But like you say, he ain't get no money. I was like, bro, he ain't get no money that I know of. You know what I mean? I say he ain't get no money that I know of, man. So as me and him talking, we see bro come out of his cell. So bro come out of his cell, he spot us. You know what I mean? He like, so he come around. So when he come around, he like, what's up? That was good. He was like, me holler at y'all right quick. All right, so we walked to my cell. He was like, man, y'all trying to go up? It's like, man, yeah, we trying to go up though. My homeboy was like, man, you better not be tricking up that pack though, man. He was like, man, I ain't tricking it up. I said, man, you wellin', bro. I said, bro, you told me you getting poo-poo, you getting the pack, bro. You told me you on top of the prison world, bro. I said, you did say that, bro. He was like, man, I was joking, Weezy. I said, bro, you were not joking, bro. I said, stop joking, bro. I said, listen, I ain't trying to tell you to do what's yours, bro. I said, but look, though, bro, you want to make you a few $100s, bro, for you can keep going. You know what I mean? I said, how am I keep copping from you if you ain't gonna be able to have nothing? He was like, man, yeah, you right, man. But like, man, to be honest with you, man, the reason why I don't be wanting to sell nothing though, Weezy, man, is because, man, I think I'm gonna put my hands on somebody, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. He looked at the dude, homeboy. He was like, man, I feel like if somebody, man, mess up the money, man, I'm gonna want to beat them up. Do that make sense? So my homeboy was just like, oh, so you just getting the pack just for you can go up every day, huh? He was like, basically, man. My homeboy was like, see, Weezy, I told you. He was like, you told him what? What you say? Y'all talking about me? Like, bro, nah, we just said everybody ain't no hustlers. Everybody, he was like, oh, I'm a hustler. Oh, I just don't want to hustle. I'm a hustler. I just don't want to hustle. So I'm like, nah, bro, you had a zip, bro. You ain't throw me nothing, bro. You ain't throw bro nothing, bro. We bought something from you, bro. And you ain't do nothing with the zip, bro. I was like, bro, I don't know if that's a hustler in my book, bro. He was like, man, well, your book wrong, Weezy, man. Your book wrong. I was like, bro, look, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I said, don't take it and run with it, bro. I said, you got to do what you got to do. I said, but anyway, look, let's roll one of them feces up. I tried to change the subject, man. Let's go ahead, because you do what you want. I'm not finna be your daddy or hold your hand. You know what you're supposed to do when you get this work, and this is what you're supposed to do, man. So boom. So I ain't even gonna lie. The next day come, the lady come on to work. So when the lady come on to work, you see him. She talking to him in the front. She talking to him in the hallway. She talking to him when she did her rounds. She talking to him. Every time you look up, you see him talking to him. Like, she been gone, but still though, she talking to him. She ain't really seen him since he had got the pack. So I'll say, right when they call outside rec, lady said, exit out for rec. Exit out for outside rec. We exiting out for rec. So everybody get to leaving out. So as everybody get to leaving out, a few of us stayed in. It was like the winter time. Everybody didn't go out. So I stay in. A few other dudes stay in. Dudes that were playing poker stayed in. So I'm standing over by the old head cell to sleep downstairs. I'm over there. I'm waiting on the microwave because I'm about to pop me some popcorn. So I'm standing kind of like off to the side a little bit, not far from the shower, but close to the first cell on the bottom. So I look up. I see the lady, she come from the top tier. Like, this was wild too, but she probably doing around, but she come from the top tier, which will put her on the side of the same side as the dude do sell. You know what I mean? So she come through the top door, boom. She come through that jump, she go straight to his cell. You know what I mean? When she go to his cell was dark. You know what I mean? Like, everybody outside is supposed to be outside. Like, it's still inmates in there, but everybody know he rocked with the lady. You know what I mean? So she opened his door up. So she got her body in there, like halfway in there, you know what I mean? So after they talked like that for 5 minutes, he finally like undocked the cell, and then he kind of like opened the door up for it wouldn't look like they was doing something crazy. So he's standing in his door talking to her. So as he's standing in his door talking to her, I'm still talking to the old head. So I'm standing in the door. He like, hey, Weezy, hey, call Weezy, hey, Weezy. I'm like, yo. He like, hey, come here, bro. I was like, come here? He was like, yeah, come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here right quick, bro. I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, man, Weezy, come here, bro. I'm like, shh. I look at the old head. I'm like, man, shh. All right, man, this word. I go up the steps. Get up the steps. Hit the corner. Get closer to them. The lady right there. I see her. She said, hey, White. I was like, oh, hey, how you doing, Miss K? I walked and looked in this room. I was like, what's up, bro? He was like, come here right quick. I was like, what's up? Now, from certain areas, you can look straight in his room from the top tier and all of that because his door open. From downstairs, you can look up and probably to his cell. But dudes is doing them because people were outside. So I was like, what's up? He like, man, look, she mad at me. Look, tell her that the white dude bucked on us, bro. Went to the hole on us $400, bro. He said, man, tell her how I wanted to twist his whole head off, bro. But he went to the hole, checked in without $400. I'm standing there in my head like, he checked in on us. $400? Like, what is this psycho talking about, y'all? So boom. I'm like, oh, he want me to lie for him. Y'all know I be a little slow sometimes. Sometimes you got to put the play in, pre-play, and be like, yo, look, I'm going to do this, and you just need to, and I'll be on point then. But like, if you trying to blindside me, like if you ain't like my main guy or like somebody, my family member or something that I just can't ad-lib crazy, I'll be like, but I wasn't looking crazy as he was saying it this time, you know what I mean? Because I'm a front of an officer, so once I figured out what he was talking about, once I figured out this lie that he wanted me to continue on with, you know what I mean? I said, yeah, Miss K, man. Like, my voice was just like this. I said, yeah, Miss K, man. I said, yeah, Miss K. I said, we got to trust these dudes in here. We got to trust these dudes in here. And white dude checked in on our money, man. I was like, it's for real. It's kind of like my fault. You know what I mean? I said, it ain't really bro's fault. I said, because he gave it to me. I said, we both knew. I said, but it's kind of like my fault. So, like, don't be mad at him. You know what I mean? She was like, I understand, like, like the way y'all living here and how y'all got to get y'all money and how you got to trust certain people. Like, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But, I'm trying to tell him that don't be playing around with this stuff. And I was shocked to hear her talk like this. You hear me? But Lawrenceville's so bootleg. This is what goes on. It's the normal, y'all. So boom. She said, I'm trying to tell him that, it's a gold mine up here and you can get some money. I'll be trying to tell him this. This is what he don't be trying to know. So I'm like, dang, like, like I told y'all, know I never had a roller. I never had a roller, man. And for real, if bro wasn't baby Mike Tyson, I probably would have tried to clip them jumps, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry though, but she was sounding like she was my type. She said, I told him, I'll never forget those words. She said, I told him it's a gold mine up here. To hear an officer talk like that, do y'all know what that means, man? That means she about that money. That means she trying to get some money, man. Like, she ain't joking around. She's with the action. So I'm like, man, for real, like, just don't be mad at him, man. You know what I mean? She said, no, I'm gonna look out for him. I'm gonna keep looking out for him. But I expected for him to, have some good news for me today, but I want no good news. So she was like, it's all good though. She was like, look, I'm gonna do my rounds. You need to be out in that hallway when Rhett come back. He's like, all right, I'll be out there, baby. I'll be out there, baby. I'm saying in my head, baby. So she dipped. So she dipped and just left me and him at the door. So when she dipped out the pod. He was like, she gone. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, Weezy, thanks, man. Thank you, Weezy, man. Thank you, man. I was like, bro, man, you need to let me know when you're going to do some maniac activity like that, bro. He was like, man, I know, bro, but it's just, I ain't think she was going to be down on me about no money. I said, what you mean you ain't think she was going to be down on you about no money? I said, you think she brought the pack for free? He was like, I'm getting her the wood. I'm like, bro, listen, the wood is not really a payment, bro. That's a bonus. It's a difference, my guy. He was like, man, I know now though, man. He was like, man, but I just ain't trying to really sell nothing like that. Hey, you trying to do it for me, Weezy? I was like, bro, look, bro, nah. I was like, nah, bro. He was like, what you mean? I was like, nah, bro. I said, get one of them dudes from the red team to do it, bro. He was like, why you want me to deal with them? You know I ain't in that stuff no more. I said, cuz, bro, I just don't want to owe you, bro. And like, me and you cool. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we just gonna keep it like that, bro. He was like, man, so you just gonna leave me on stuck? I said, I ain't leaving you on stuck. I just want you to understand I don't want to do business, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We gonna keep it how we got it, bro. I said, you a maniac, bro? I said, I'm a maniac too, bro. I'm in hibernation. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying I can beat baby Mike Tyson. I ain't say that to him. I was like, bro, I'm not saying that we gonna get into it. But, like, bro, I just ain't trying to do business like that, bro. I'm just trying to keep it how we got it. He was like, man, I respect that, man. I respect that, man. So he was like, well, look, though, man, she about to bring me another ounce. He was like, she gonna bring that junk tomorrow. I was like, bro, just do the right thing. You know what I mean? Those were my last words when I left his cell, y'all. So, boom! I leave out the cell, go back to my cell, lay down, I thought about it. I said, man, bro, petty to throw me under the bus like that. But, I was on point. I ain't want to do him dirty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, it's all type of stuff going through my mind right now. There's all type of stuff going through my mind. But, like, for real, like, I can't even, like, thinking nothing stupid. Like, there's so much stuff going through my mind right now. Like, I can't make bro move how I want him to move. And I can't really take his peoples because it ain't gonna go right. Bro gonna go to war over his peoples. And I ain't gonna be able to get no money trying to go to war. So y'all can get that thought out y'all head. Like, I was thinking about that, but I can't do bro like that anyway. You know what I mean? So I just left it. I just let it be. I lied for him. Like, I feel like he would do the same thing for me. Like, I ain't charging him for that. I'm hoping he can get another pack. That's what I'm thinking, man. So he went out in the hallway and talked to her, man. The next day came super fast. When the next day came, she brought that pack. And she brought him the pack. You can tell he had that same dumb look on his face. That same, like he trying to smile, but don't want to smile. So he did the same thing. He ain't called me back to the cell this time to help him with the spoons, which I was happy. He did his own spoons, you know what I mean? So when the doors had popped, he came up to me and pulled up on me. He's like, Weezy, here go 5 spoons. Pay me the $50 whenever you get a chance. I'm like, all right, I got you. So he gave me the Jones ASAP. So I guess that was the lookout. Like, he never gave me nothing for free, which I didn't care. You know what I mean? I never asked him for nothing for free. But he gave me the 5 spoons. I was cool with that. I'm like, I had to get him $50. So I got some Lala. You know what I mean? So I see him going around. A couple of sales. I see him over here, over there, doing this, doing that. I see it, man. So I'm like, oh, bro, probably getting to this money. You know what I mean? Bro, trying to get to this money, man. I was like, that junk crazy, man. My word. I got down, walked down the hallway. I tell a dude, called up my bro in 31. He called my man. My man comes to the door. I'm like, hell, bro. He was like, I'm about to come out there. I got to holler at you. So he get the dope pop. He was like, what's this? I was like, it's a spoon. He was like, all right, that's a lot. He was like, all right, appreciate that. He was like, well, look, though. He was like, what's good, though, bro? I'm trying to cop, man. What's up with your man? You know what I mean? He think he'll play fair because my bro over in 31 didn't really meet him like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'll holler at him. What you trying to do? He's like, I'm trying to spend $150. I'm like, I'm gonna holler at him, bro. See, he give you a dub. You know what I mean? I said, I'm gonna see what he talking about. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? So as we talking, Miss K come through the front slider. She come through the jump. She walk over there. She see me and my man. She was like, she called my man last name and she was like, oh, how you doing, White? I was like, how you doing? She was like, where's your friend? I was like, who? She was like, you know who I'm talking about. With a serious face, you know who I'm talking about. I was like, no, who you talking about? I'm just playing stupid. I'm like, who you talking about? She was like, yeah, I'm talking about dude. I was like, oh, yeah, he in the pod. She said, how's everything going? I said, I don't know. Like, I'm just out here talking to my man. She was like, yeah, but I smell it coming out of y'all pods. So that means it's being sold, right? I was like, I guess. I mean, like, you know, like I was treating her like she had a wire on, y'all. So boom. I won't tell her anything. So she was like, I'm just saying, you know, because I'm just trying to make sure everything, is smooth this time. I was like, well, look, you need to talk to him about that, man. I said, like, I was tempted to be like, man, you can talk on the side. Like, you know what I mean? But still, I didn't be a scumbag. I didn't be a scumbag. So she was like, okay, all right. She dipped on us. Let me and bro finish talking. She went in our pod. So I guess she went in there to talk to bro. So like I say, I'm thinking bro in there trying to holler. You know what I mean? I'm thinking bro in there making moves and all of that. She leave out. By the time I'm dipping from my man and I'm going back in the pod. When I walk back in the pod, my homeboy was like, yo, man, get your homeboy, man. I'm like, who? He's like, dude. I'm like, what's up with dude? He's like, man, he trying to fight the dude from such and such. Dude one from Tidewater, though. I ain't gonna say his name. He's like, he trying to fight dude. I'm like, who? He tell me. I'm like, for what? He like, man, I don't know, man. So I spot him. He downstairs way by the handicap all the way in the back corner. Walk over the jump. Like, yo, what's up, bro? He like, nah. He trying to tell me, yeah, look, I had 3 Feezies, bro. I'm selling him a Feezy. I'm in this jump selling him a Feezy. Like the words just echoed when he said it. He's like, I had 3 Feezies. I'm in here trying to sell him a Feezy. I'm like, a Feezy? I'm like, yo, what's this all over, a Feezy? He was like, man, I had 3 Feezies. Now I only got 2. It's in his cell somewhere. He stole it. I'm like, he was like, no, don't worry about my box his head off. I'm like, yo, bro, chill, bro. He like, yeah, look, man, get my Feezy, man. Dude was like, man, look, I ain't got no Feezy from you, man. Look, but here go $5, man. Here go 2 deodorants, man. This is where he smacked the deodorants out, dude. And dude was like, man, what's wrong? So I get in between. I'm like, he like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, it was good. I'm trying to get some wreck. I'm like, yo, bro, chill, bro. Like, you were wildin', man. So I had to diffuse that. Man. My word, I diffused that jump, man. I found I got my bro from the town, the older dude. Man, look, man, calm him down. So he calmed him down. The dude who deodorants he smacked out his hand, I went in there and hollered at the dude, told him, look, bro, just chill, man. My homeboy maniac, here go a free Feezy from me. I gave him a free Feezy for me. Here you go, bro. I gave it to him. You know what I mean? Bro, man, I ain't worried about him, man. He wild. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, appreciate that. So he was able to get rid of that. So I go back to my man, said what bro had him at, what dude was at. I'm like, yo, bro, what you got going on? He's like, man, I'm selling Feezies. And then I said, bro, why are you selling Feezies? Why you ain't selling spoons, bro? He was like, man, we used to my old homie in 42. This what he sent me. I was like, what? He was like, man, threw a pack of backwoods on the table, y'all. So boom. I'm like, a pack of backwoods? He like, yeah, I'm about to roll a backwood. That's word. He opened the joint up. This was my actual first time seeing a pack of backwoods. I'm like, backwood? He was like, he licked the joint. He was like, yeah, man, I ain't worrying about these dudes, man. These niggas be hating, man. This word, that nigga pulled out big ass. Nigga pulled out the whole sack. That nigga was like, yeah, I ain't worrying about these niggas, man. Yeah, these niggas, man. These niggas be motherfucking hating on me, Weezer, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, these goddamn it, man. Look, man, we gonna goddamn smoke good in this bitch, though, as always. You know what I mean? Let me twirl this bitch, Weezer. Yeah, pause. Yeah. He twirled the hell out that damn backwood. He was like, but look, though, man, fuck these niggas, man. Yeah, that nigga rolled about 3 spoons. That nigga started hitting the joint. I was like, this nigga's a fucking psycho, man. My words, nigga's a fucking psycho. I ain't worried about these niggas. I said, bro, you better stop taking this position you got for granted, bro. I'm telling you, man. He was like, man, fuck this shit, Weezer, man. I'm getting money. I'm fucking. Fuck this shit. But I said, bro, technically you ain't really getting no money, bro. You fucked up the last pack. I said, man, this nigga told the lady that the white boy bucked on us, bro. I told my homeboy, fuck that shit. I said, man, this nigga told the lady that the white boy bucked on us and went to the hole. My homeboy was like, man, you put Weezy in that shit, man. He was like, man, I had to think fast. Damn, right, I told her that shit. I ain't think she was gonna ask for no money. So my homeboy was like, so what you gonna do this time? He was like, shit, same goddamn thing. Goddamn, my homeboy was like, what you gonna pay her with then, man? You just gonna keep bucking? He was like, shit, I'm gonna pay her with this wood, nigga. Fuck you mean? I'm gonna keep fucking knocking her toboggan off. That's payment. She gonna have to understand that shit. I'm like, bro, you a fucking maniac, bro. I said, bro, you ain't gonna make, if anything happen right now, you ain't gonna make no money, bro. He was like, I ain't gonna make no money. Fuck that shit. Yeah. And I told her to bring me some more backwoods. Yeah. That nigga got down going out there. That nigga blew that shit with us. Man, that nigga was going sale to sale, just blowing backwoods. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? This nigga going from sale to sale, rolling up backwoods, man. Man, the whole pod smells stronger than it ever smelt before, ever, for the Lala. You hear me? That junk was smelling like a Lala bonfire, y'all. So boom. That shit was strong as a bitch in the air. Then they got the whole pod goddamn loud as a bitch. And it won't even loud pack. I promise you, man, I'm like, damn, that backwood got me so motherfucking high. Man, I'm in that bitch fucking my box up, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm fucking my box up in that bitch, man. I ain't punishing my box, man. I'm punishing my box. We are going on 2 days of smoking backwoods, man. I promise you, man, I'm in that bitch crushing. I know I gained about 5-10 pounds through them goddamn couple days. I was in there fucking that shit up. This man got her to bring him more backwoods. So it's backwoods every motherfucking where. It's backwoods. This nigga over in this pod got backwoods. This nigga got backwoods. Backwoods jumping over in 30 building. You hear me? Man, I promise you, man, they did a bullshit ass morning shakedown. Some old welling ass shit, man. When a nigga go on your door, if you got go in your window, go on your cell, if you got something on your door window, if you at breakfast, take it out. He'll get the door pop and take it out. Man, the nigga stumble across, the nigga lead a pack of backwoods on the tip of his bottom bunk in the corner by the mattress. I said, man, this shit crazy as a bitch. So the police all over that bitch when we come back from breakfast. Police all over that motherfucker. So niggas ain't know what was going on. So goddamn, niggas like, yo, the nigga got knocked with the backwoods. Like, who? They tell us the nigga over in 31 pods. Like, damn. Nigga got knocked with the backwoods. First thing I thought about, bro gave him the fucking backwoods. He ain't trying to make no money off the Lala. He and this bitch selling backwoods. His burnt out ass. I said, this nigga a fucking maniac. I promise you, man. Soon as they finished fucking with them niggas, they told all us to lock down nice and calm. Didn't say shit. Didn't act like they was about to run down. They ain't do none of that shit, man. Soon as we had lockdown, everybody was in the cell just waiting to come back out. Next thing you know, you hear niggas say, hey, police about to come in this bitch. Police run right in this motherfucker, come from the top, come from the bottom, run up that bitch and hit bro cell. They hit bro cell. I promise you they hit bro cell. They hit that nigga cell. My word, they hit that nigga cell, man. Ran in that nigga shit, got down, handcuffed him and his roommate, took them niggas downstairs. At first they was downstairs, then they took them niggas out, started script searching them niggas in the barbershop out in the hallway. Goddamn, they was in that nigga cell for a minute. Next thing you know, goddamn it, them niggas don't come back. Them niggas don't come back in the cell. Them niggas went in that bitch and start fucking shit up. They started coming out with the shit they found from this nigga, man. This nigga had motherfucking Lala. This nigga had all type of Lala, man. This nigga had another zone of Lala. Goddamn, the old Lala. Goddamn it, the old zone. This nigga had another zone of Lala. The Lala that he already had. This nigga had like 3 packs of backwoods. I'm like, this nigga. I promise y'all, man, all I could do is just be like, man, like, for real, like, if bro won baby Mike Tyson, like, I would have really tried to drive the car, but I just didn't want to deal with this psycho. I'm telling you, he's a psycho. I'm telling y'all, he's a psycho, man. He was from my town, and I admit this guy was a psycho, man, but what I saw from that shit, man, like, you know, I witnessed this a few times, but what I saw from this shit, man, I told myself, man, I said, everybody ain't a damn hustler. Everybody's not a hustler, man. Like, it's a known fact. Like, you might be good at beating niggas' asses. You might be good at robbing people. You might be good at goddamn even being a damn shooter. But you're not good at getting money. Everybody is not good at that, man. I'm telling you, man, this man had the opportunity. This man had the woman and the opportunity and the motherfucking pack and still couldn't get no money. I never seen no shit like that. Now, look what happened. You get fucking tore off of backwoods, Lala, and all that shit. Now where you going at, dumbass? Now where you going at? They sent bro back to the fucking mountains, man. They sent that nigga back to the mountains. Now you gonna start from the mountains and work your way back to Susses 1, and then work your way to Susses 2 this time. You ain't gonna skip this time, goddammit. And now you can come to Lawrenceville, man, after about 8-9 years, man. But at the end of the day, man, I felt bad for bro because I know that everybody's not built to hustle. Some niggas is built to be goons. Some niggas is not built to hustle. Like, and that's just what it is, man. And like, it's like that on the street. You know what I mean? It's like that out here. So like, from that experience right there, I just kind of like told myself, like, you know what, bro, everybody don't move like you. Everybody's not going to move like you, man. And like, I just left it at that. You know what I mean? I left it at that, man. But as always, I was able to keep that $50. I was able to keep them 5 spoon games, y'all. That's word. I was able to keep that, bro. Went to the Bing and they shipped them. I couldn't send the money to nobody. At the end of the day, I win, man. Like, you know, I didn't win a lot, but still though, man, like I was still mad that bro got tore off like that, man. Then the lady got tore off probably like a month later. You know what I mean? She didn't work our building no more after that. I guess she was feeling like she was on fire from them backwoods, but she had got tore off a month later on the other side. You know what I mean? So like, that whole joint that went down, man, but bro didn't even take advantage of his situation. And that was the whole crazy part about it, y'all. Everybody ain't a hustler, man. But that's the end of the damn story, though. Whew. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all already know the count, man. Stay y'all ass out the way out here, man. It's crazy out here, man. We got to stay out the way, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. I need y'all to turn this video up like the rest of them, man. Like, share, subscribe this video, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Safe out here, people. and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.